Hello everybody, it is me. I am back with another video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up video playback in Godot. So the basic way is what I'm showing right here. Create main, add a video player, and the annoying thing about this is it doesn't have seeking, and you have to convert all your files to the specified, I think, OGG format like you can see in the bottom left. So this is the most basic way that all of the other tutorials show you, but I figured I'd show it before showing the cooler MP4 way that has scrubbing. So you can just set the container node size to be the full screen, add your video file on the side. I set it to autoplay. You have to save your scene before running. Open it, give it a second to load for the first time, and your video will show. So it will show its actual resolution, and you cannot downscale this here. I'm sure there are ways can, but this is again just a really simple demonstration. So it's just the size of the viewport I have is 720p and the video is 1440p, so that's why you're seeing a small section of the video. So there's a really easy way to get videos working. You can have audio, you can do basic controls and volume control with it, but it isn't ideal. And you can see MP4s don't even show up in the file browser in Godot because it's not a support format. So a better way to do this is with the GDE Gozen add-on. So this is made by Voiland for the Godot video editor Gozen, and allows you to play MP4, scrub, do all the cool stuff inside of Godot through a GDE extension. The licensing for it should be LGPL as long as you compile it or download his pre-compiled versions, which means all you have to do is share the add-on code, not your entire source code, so you can use it in commercial projects. So to do it, just go to the GitHub for the building, clone it, go into the GDE Gozen folder, and there's a nice compiling guide. The easier way I recommend is you can just buy the add-on pre-compiled builds from Voiland directly on his Ko-Fi itch.io, which it also mentions in here, which is way easier than compiling it yourself, especially if you're on Windows, where getting dependencies working is frankly a pain in the ass. So first things first, just make sure you have all of the dependencies you need. He mentions in here. I'm on Arch, so there's the command that I need to run to do it. I didn't notice actually at the time of recording this, but I was missing one dependency that I fixed later when compiling, but you just click yes there. I just didn't want to reinstall a bunch of stuff I already had. So after installing the dependencies, we need to set up the submodules. So this is the actual FFmpeg library itself. This will take a hot minute to do, so just give it time after running the command. The reason it went so fast there is because this is an edited video. After that, you can just run the build script with Python build.py, and just put in the command. What options, it's pretty self-explanatory, so I just made it as a debug release. You can ignore the very top one saying some weird error. It doesn't affect functionality, at least for me. This again will take a very long time. I think this took like 10 minutes for me to compile the first time, but future compilations will be much faster. So after you let it compile, the add-on will be in add-ons test room, add-ons GDE Gozen. This test room project you can just open directly if you want, and it's a little demo video player you can use, but I'll be showing you how to just use it directly in Godot as well. So just go into the test room, copy the add-ons folder into your add-ons, and now you'll have the GDE Gozen in here. And if you just bought the add-on, you can do the same thing. If it's provided as just GDE extension folder, then put it in add-ons folder in Godot. If it has the whole add-ons, just drag the entire thing to your project. So this gives you a new node, video playback. This has a bunch of documentation built into it, so if you have any issues, it's quite easy to debug. There's also a Discord server if you have any bugs, since this is still early alpha. But it's the best thing that exists, because it's the only thing that exists to play MP4s and have scrubbing if you need to do advanced media control in it. And as you can see with Gozen, it can actually be used for a full-fledged video editor, which is pretty cool. So you'll see I actually make a quick mistake here, which is I try to run it after just saying the path in autoplay. So as I'll show in the documentation in a minute, this won't actually work. So GDE Gozen does not just support having the path from the project, because how they move around, it doesn't get directly from Godot. So workarounds are mentioned in here, CNC solution for export projects. is to have a folder inside it and then use OS to grab the correct folder. This only affects exported projects, or if you want to set the path through the just inbuilt player. So you do actually need a basic script to get this working. So I just make a main.gd. Just make a ready for us, since we're only doing one thing here, and there's just a basic example. So func ready. We need to import our video player itself so we can control it. So let's do @export video player. So in Godot, we need to specify the type as well, but export var name video player or just player. And then the type is going to be a video playback. And then we also need to have the path name. So just again @export var path, and it's a string. And now in our ready, we can just say player.setPath. And now we can just put in our path variable. And now we can just do player.play. So now if we save the script and click back onto main where we attached it, we have player, which we can just attach, and our path. So for this, you need to get the entire path to it, the absolute path, not the Godot res path. So I just go into my file manager, copy location, and paste. Then you can just click play, and as you can see, it's perfectly working. I have audio disabled on the videos in this example, but that isn't an actual issue with this. This is just, I have them disabled because you don't need the audio from the video, it doesn't affect anything. So you can resize it with the orange box. You can set a minimum size and then just drag it to a minimum if you want. So I set to be 720 by 480. You can actually dynamically change the size while you are rendering. You can move the window, and no matter how small you make it or however you change the aspect ratio, it will always keep the same aspect ratio of the video inside of the node. So that is it. It works great. You can actually go around and move it. So like I'm going into remote here, scroll down. I'm going to keep this above so we can see it, and find the position, and we can move the node and do whatever we want with it. It's just a 2D node playing video perfectly while we are in. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps if you're making anything that relies heavily on videos or cutscenes that you can't just use the basic OGG functionality for that's built into Godot. And have a good one.